Well, here we are in the middle of March, and I am now actually walking through a condo that belongs to a client of mine. They've asked me to come in and do an assessment of the condo and help figure out what the value might be because of what's happening in our marketplace. And so I wanted to take this video and just talk a little bit about the market and what some strategies might be on how to respond to that. You know, my brother's a great one to tell me that football is always a game about adjustments. And in many ways, real estate's the same. We always want to adjust our strategies to what's happening in the marketplace and be looking at what our options are. And so that's what I'm doing for this particular client. You know, when you think about our market, what's happened, we've gone through some huge changes in the last year. I mean, the fact of the matter is, in the Portland metro marketplace, it now takes twice as long to sell a home as it did before. A year ago, it was taking around 30 plus days. Now it's taking almost 70 days. The fact of the matter is that we're seeing prices in many of the markets, the local markets here, are down. They've been down probably 4, 5, maybe 6% in some neighborhoods. Others actually are doing okay, and they've either stayed the same or gone up a little bit. So it's a bit of a mixed bag, but I think, you know, looking forward, we're probably going to see a relatively flat market price-wise. I think we're going to continue to see, that 2 to maybe more months to sell a home. That is 60, 70 plus days to sell a home. And the fact of the matter is, what's so interesting about this is that we're still seeing a shortage of supply. We still don't have enough supply to really serve our market. We probably have half of the supply that we really need. We're still under 2 months of supply, I believe. So when you think about prices being relatively flat, you think about it's taking longer to sell a home, we're still very supply constrained, so there's still going to be a relatively strong demand. So what does that mean for homeowners? What does that mean in terms of strategies? Well, as I've suggested to the owner of this condo, and it's a lovely condo in Northwest Portland here, it's a time to, reflect on, one, remember that you have made a huge amount of profit, a huge amount of equity in these homes that we own over the past 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 years, and you've had a huge run up in value. So you've got all this equity. And what that means is that really creates some options for you. Options you can look at something different that may be more appropriate to your needs. And options that maybe you don't have to finance as much as you did before because you've got all this equity. I mean, the fact of the matter is, interest rates now are, let's say, 6.5%. Well, I'm not even going to try and predict what's going to happen with interest rates this year. But let's just make the assumption they stay about the same. There's reasons they'll go up, there's reasons go down, but let's just make they stay constant. Well, what that means is, that this may be a good time to make some of those transitions, to get into a property that is better suited for your needs. Be that a larger place with more amenities, be it a smaller place with more amenities, or something that just works better for your particular logistics. But it creates an option for you, and we're not having these huge runaway prices that we have had in years past. So you can have at least some price stability, and you've got all that equity built up. So again, as I said, it creates some options. My condo owner here on this particular property is a very savvy owner. They understand the financial markets. They understand what's happening with real estate. And so I think quite wisely, they're asking me to come in, make an assessment of the property so they can determine what's the best move for them. I suggest you do the same with your own property. Either you have a rental property or even in your own home. This may be a good time to step back, reassess what you've got, and I can absolutely help you with that, but reassess what I've got and then look at what my options are. So I hope you find this helpful and have a good day.